Tonight on Southwest Local News. A major collision in Stoneleigh leads to 3 deaths and 1 gravely injured. Remembrance Day at the Warrnambool RSL well attended with groups paying their respects. Dimmies makes a comeback to Warrnambool, taking place on Timor Street. And in sport, Paul Watkins setting off for his 5-day run across Africa.
Live from Silver Ball Studios in Warrnambool, this is Southwest Local News with Sharna Rogers.
Good evening and welcome to Southwest Local News. Major Collision Investigation Unit detectives attended the scene of a triple fatality in Stoneleigh on Tuesday morning. Emergency services were called to the collision between a truck and a car at the intersection of Urumbean, Streatham and Mount William Roads shortly after 9:30 a.m. The vehicle appears to have rolled and been crushed. Sadly, an adult and 2 children died at the scene. Another adult who was trapped in the vehicle has life-threatening injuries and is expected to be airlifted to hospital. The driver of the truck appears to have received minor injuries. Big crowds braved a blast of winter across the southwest on Tuesday morning to attend remembrance services. In Warrnambool, the War Memorial at the RSL was the site for the service. Former servicemen and women were joined by their families and community members. Wreaths were laid by school groups, council and community groups, while addresses were given to highlight the importance of the occasion. Cadets were also given a prominent place in the deliverance of the service. National retailer Dimmies will make its way back to Warrnambool next week. Dimmies Warrnambool store manager Michael Welsh confirmed the shop would be open for business on Monday. Dimmies is located in the Old Swinton's Furniture Building on Timor Street. Dimmies had previously had a store in Warrnambool in Lava Street. Anthony Brady reports.
Michael, tell us about Dimmies in Warrnambool. What's the next step?
It's exciting. So we're going to have a huge range of especially clothing in Manchester, but lots of other bits and pieces. Every week we're going to get new stuff. And the pricing is absolutely insane. Like, it's just so cheap.
And opening Monday?
Opening Monday. So yeah, looking forward to that. The stuff are ready. The store is getting close, and yeah, we're all very excited.
And starting just on the middle ground floor.
Yeah, so just aiming for the main floor at the moment, and we'll go from there. But I mean, we've got 3 stories, so it's only going to get bigger and better.
And a great location.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, can't fault it. Next to IGA. Big car park free at the back. It's going to be great.
Member for Western Victoria Jacinta Ermacora has moved into her new office space. The office is located in Warrnambool CBD in the corner of Lava Street and Liebig Street. Miss Ermacora has not had an office in Warrnambool since she was elected in 2022. The office was set up by the Department of Parliamentary Services. Chair of Southwest Alliance Ben Blaine believes the group is having an impact at a high level. Mr Blaine recently led a delegation of the Alliance to Victoria Parliament. The delegation was able to state its case for a number of initiatives that would benefit the whole region. Business people and tourism providers and leaders were among those that presented to members of Parliament as part of the visit.
At the middle of last month, the Alliance was down in the South Library down in Parliament. We had over 25 local businesses there. We had a full panel with some amazing speakers. We had Michael from Waterna Farms, Michael Golby from A1 Real Estate, and he's a farmer out of Glenelg. And we also had Liz Price from Gort. They were our panel speakers, and it was really great to hear from them, hear about the challenges that they're having across the region, with their businesses. And also it was really great to have so many MPs coming in and out, and really giving the Southwest a voice and keeping the Southwest front and centre down there in Spring Street.
The Victorian Government is proposing tough new laws to combat youth crime. Premier Jacinta Allen has called for adult time for violent crime. This would mean children as young as 14 years of age are tried for serious crimes as adults. Currently, the maximum sentence the Children's Court can hand down is 3 years. Under the proposed changes, these young offenders could face up to 25 years in prison for crimes like aggravated home invasion and aggravated carjacking. It is the event season in the southwest, and even Arctic blasts of weather are not deterring the public from turning out. This was evident on the weekend when 3 events were held across Warrnambool. Organisers of the second instalment of Soundtrack's Music Festival read the local climate well, moving its entertainment to indoor venues, a move that was a success. The Warrnambool Multicultural Festival stared down wintry conditions to attract a big crowd on Saturday at the Civic Green. On Sunday, Dennington's Day Out was held at St John's Primary School, with a large crowd taking on the weather and enjoying the fun. Member for South West Coast, Roma Britnell, believes Victorians are being let down when it comes to policing resources. Ms Britnell believes South West police stations, such as Macarthur and Haywood, could be in doubt. She pointed at the inability to successfully recruit new officers could trigger further reductions. She said Victoria is now 2,000 officers short of where its staffing levels need to be. Agriculture Victoria has issued information for farmers to help prevent a major fire trigger. The information revolves around keeping haystacks safe and non-combustible. Fire in haystacks start deep and can smoulder unannounced until flames break out. A key way to prevent a fire starting is ensuring hay is not baled when it has more than 20% moisture in it. Other risk factors include packing bales too tightly and poor ventilation. Groups and individuals are being asked to get in early when it comes to Clean Up Australia Day. The annual day is scheduled to take place March the 1st next year. Bodies encouraged to register now include schools, community groups and families. Organisers are hoping the plea to register early will help numbers match those of last year. Those numbers saw 800,000 people volunteer across 8,000 events nationally. Registrations can be made at cleanup.org.au. Pedestrian crossing safety has been taken to a whole nother level by the Colac-Otway Shire Council. The council is installing temporary duck crossing signs around the streets near a limonite wetlands redevelopment in Colac. With duck breeding season in full swing, more ducks are out and about and likely to be crossing the roads. The signs will be removed once the peak breeding season time is over. Now that's all in general news, and after the break we'll return with sport and weather. Back soon.
We use the Ridley team, make a phone call, I get high quality advice. We tend to have 6 weekly visits from the team where we do a full farm walk and herd health check. They check in on production and the feeding rate. It's something I don't have to worry too much about because I'm always comfortable that they will have it under control. The feed that comes out of Ridley's fully confident every day of the year that it's high quality grain or pellets.
At Lava Street Veterinary Clinic, our team provides gentle, professional care in modern facilities. This November, enjoy a free dental check and 20% off dental procedures. Book today. Stop by 1051 Raglan Parade.
The Tyre Factory Warrnambool is proud to support the local motorsport industry. Jeff and the team would like to wish all their drivers the best for the 24-25 racing season. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool, for all your tyre and mechanical needs. Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
Is it time to upgrade that outdoor chair? How's your tent holding up? Need a gazebo for that special gathering? George Taylor Stores carry all the summertime essentials that you need to make this summer the best. We'll answer your questions and have you ready in no time at George Taylor Stores.
Tonight's sport is proudly brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Warrnambool and Timboon. Getting the most out of your farm. Contact the team today.
And welcome back. First making news in sport. Southwest athlete Paul Watkins is set to take another extreme challenge. Watkins has become known for his ability to test himself in extreme environments, and later this week he begins another journey when he flies to Africa. On Monday, he will begin a 5-day event that will see him run 252 kilometres across the desert in temperatures expected to reach 53 degrees. Watkins, who is also a well-known author and speaker, said the heat would provide him with a test he hasn't faced before.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, I've done a lot of cold weather stuff, and the question comes like, what's an environment where I will learn? Like if you keep doing these difficult challenges, what's the purpose of doing it? And for me, it's always been to discover more about myself, to learn about who I am and what I'm capable of. So to go and do something cold again, having spent seasons or 2-3 seasons in the Arctic Circle, a season in the Antarctic and plenty of cold mountains, to do something cold probably didn't really make sense. So I kind of spent some time looking for something that would be the opposite. What's the absolute opposite of that? And a few friends of mine had done some races with an organisation out of the UK called Beyond the Ultimate. They run a bunch of races all over the world, and one of them is a desert race. And I thought, well, that sounds like somewhere I would definitely learn. I've never done a really, really hot race before.
Reigning premiers Warrnambool sit on top of the Warrnambool Moyne women's cricket ladder. After 4 rounds, Warrnambool is unbeaten as its second-placed Nestles. Croydon Wangoom are still on the hunt for their first win of the season. Nestles was the most informed team of round 4 last Sunday, amassing an impressive score of 5 for 197 in its win over Wangoom. It was a new direction for the Croyd Agriculture Society at Victoria Park on Saturday. On a day that is normally when the Croyd show is held, a Croyd horse show was held instead. This included competition in all sections catered for at shows across the district. A strong turnout for competitors took part in the show, with judges praising the standards of horses and their riders. The Warrnambool Seahawks and Mermaids will be steady as she goes for season 2026. The city's representative basketball teams will be coached by Shane Smith and Louise Brown, respectively. Both these experienced mentors held the roles in 2025 and are keen to continue the journey with their teams. Both teams will compete in the Big V competition, coming up against teams from across the state. Tryouts for season 2026 will take place on December the 9th and the 11th at the Warrnambool Stadium. A round 5 victory has Port Fairy in second place on the Western District Midweek Pennant. On its home green yesterday, Port Fairy defeated City Sapphires 73-49. Croyd is third place after it defeated Mortlake in a thriller by 3 shots. To side, City Diamonds were round 5 winners over Timboon, while Warrnambool Gold had the bye. That's all making news in sport today in Warrnambool. A sunny day with southeasterly winds with 30-kilometre winds tending northwesterly. After the break, we'll go through the entire forecast. Back soon.
You can't beat local, and Daly's IGA Fresh Marketplace is as local as it gets. You'll find the best quality fresh produce matched by friendly customer service. Daly's has your favourite brands, complemented by expert local grocers living in your community. In-house butchers and local liquor specialists are on hand to provide you the best our region has to offer. Join IGA Rewards for exclusive member discounts and cashback right here in your community. Daly's IGA Fresh Marketplace. You can't beat local.
B&B Furniture Plus now stock a range of adjustable beds. They have mobility aids to help you live your life to the fullest and lift chairs for the best in comfort. B&B Furniture Plus is locally owned at 203 Lava Street, Warrnambool.
George Taylor Stores, 3 stores, an astonishing range of products. Clothing, accessories, beanies, gloves, hats and belts. Brands like Bisley, Yakka and Ridgeline. Plus the largest range of boots and gumboots in the region. George Taylor Stores.
Bell's Garden Centre has the largest range of sand and soil products in the southwest. People choose Bell's because you can't buy experience, and Bell's has plenty. With bulk product delivery available across the southwest, for your next project, it's got to be Bell's.
Hi, it's Rob from the Vet Group. Heifers are the future of a dairy herd, and the Vet Group is here to help your heifers meet their potential, whether that's by monitoring worm egg counts or mineral levels, or designing a vaccination calendar to help prevent infectious disease. Our techs and vets can make things easier for you on farm by weighing heifers, assisting in synchrony programs, and teat sealing heifers to prevent mastitis at calving. The Vet Group, making herd care easy.
Tonight's weather report is proudly brought to you by Anchor Point Retirement Village. New homes are being built now. Book a tour today.
Welcome back. And around the region, a partly cloudy day. Later towards the end of the week, there is a chance of thunderstorms. Light winds over the region on Saturday with southwesterly winds. Now to the forecast. Tomorrow in Port Fairy, a partly cloudy day with only 1 millimetre and a top of 19 degrees with light winds for most of the day. 17 on Friday with light winds and 5 millimetres. Saturday, a shower or two, winds shifting west to southwesterly with a top of 18. Over in Mortlake, a top of 20 degrees with a partly cloudy day and light winds. Partly cloudy on Friday as well with 4 millimetres and a top of 19. Saturday, a partly cloudy day with 21 degrees and 4 millimetres. Sunday, showers are increasing with a top of 17, 5 mils. Around the Colac and Camperdown region, warmer with a top of 20 and a partly cloudy day with 30-kilometre winds. As for Friday, 2 millimetres and a top of 18 degrees. Saturday, 5 millimetres, 22 degrees and a partly cloudy day with light winds for most of the day. Around the Port Campbell region, a partly cloudy day with light winds for tomorrow. On Friday, a chance of thunderstorms in the evening with a top of 15. Partly cloudy on Saturday with thunderstorms and light winds. Warrnambool, a top of 18 degrees with light showers and 35-kilometre winds. Friday, 17 degrees and a partly cloudy day with light winds and a chance of thunderstorms, looking at 4 millimetres. Saturday, a partly cloudy day with light winds and a top of 19 degrees with 3 millimetres to fall. That's it from your Southwest Local News team, and thank you for tuning in, whether it be online, on three-way or on our podcast. If you missed any of the bulletin, you can watch it back on Fitzmedias Facebook page. Until Friday, with peace, good night.